The 1999 Constitution, to me, and I believe this is possibly also, what is speaking in the minds of many. Is it not possible to actually amend this Constitution? Because the point is not really that is out of place or whatever, or like he referred to, even if it's a broken vehicle, that is what we have. No, the point is, even if you have a broken vehicle, it shouldn't keep being a broken vehicle. You should do something to work on it. What do we take out of this? Are we not supposed to, from time to time, walk around the Constitution, reviewing it?
Well, first of all, I want to agree with him that there is nothing wrong with a constitution. It's a document. There can be no perfect document. It's just like you enter into an agreement. There can be no perfect agreement. But what's important is the spirit to observe the terms and conditions of the agreement. So the Constitution, the 1999 Constitution, for me, is like an agreement for Nigerians to exist as a nation. Now, what is the spirit people are bringing into that existence is entirely a different thing. Yeah, you're right. The Constitution can be amended. If we find something that is wrong, if we come across a lacuna in a Constitution and it is pointed out, it can be amended. But the problem we have all this period has been a situation where you now have members of maybe the National Assembly choosing which section to tinker with and all the rest. So, and sometimes too, it is believed that they are representing the people. Do they take these areas they are amending to the people and get the consent of the people to amend those areas? And when those areas are amended, do we walk from there or do we still live the way we used to live? I want to give you an instance with the issue of election, for instance, because that's quite a turbulent issue. We had a situation where the Constitution was amended to get the 2022 Electoral Act. And now we saw INEC officials coming up for the media to say this and this is going to be respected, you vote, you are this and I mean, at the end of the day, the problem why people are looking at the government as if it's not their own is not necessarily because it's because people feel that what they had in mind or what they were told is not what happened. And if that is the case, people are bound to have misgivings or feel the other way. You see, there's something public opinion, public impression. What is the perception of the people? You could be doing the right thing, but people are perceiving it maybe from the angle they are seeing you from. So what I want to say about the 1999 Constitution, there's nothing wrong. At the time it has been made till now, if we observe areas that it's not working well as a nation, we can agree, we can amend it. When we amend, we should not continue to live the old life. We should not go according to the amended Constitution. So we have been amending the Constitution, but why are we still complaining? Why are we still doing it? Take, for instance, after an election, people are looking at, take, for instance, appointments. We have forgotten that documents or laws like the federal character and other things, these are the things that you aggregate them together and move forward. But people till today have that feeling that they are not being carried along. That is a major issue in our system. It has nothing to do with the Constitution. For me, if any section of the Constitution is not helping us, we can sit down and say it is this. But there should be that unanimity that this is wrong. Look at what we want to achieve. There are other nations also might amend their own constitution based on what they discover to be wrong. So there's nothing wrong about amending a portion of the constitution, but we should move forward and not be living in the past after we have amended it. I think what you were saying is that this impression that the constitution was made by the military, and so that hangover is what is telling that people should get over it. If the military has given us an imperfect document, it's high time we now make changes and live with it. Because at the end of the day, we must have a constitution that will bind us, that we will all respect. Both the government and the citizens must hold it as sacrosanct. And the law, they say, is the grand norm